video, we're going to talk about loyalty. How loyal are you being to your new identity? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura. If you are struggling with method acting, embodiment, living in the end, showing up as her, thinking, feeling, speaking, dressing like, believing you are the person who has your desire, this video is for you. This video is literally for you, and it's a reminder for me because I've been forgetting it recently, okay? This video is about being loyal to the new identity. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about to get into this video, let's ease ourselves in. Identity work is fundamental in manifestation because the identity that you are living in right now is a different identity to the identity that you would have or will have if you had what you want. So I want you, let me just get comfy. Let me just get comfortable. For me, my manifestations are always to do with money, okay? I want that money, I want that success, I want that freedom, I want that expansion. That's the main thing for me right now. So the main thing that I realized is that the identity that I was in was not serving me in the sense that I wanted more money. So the thing that I needed to work on was my money mindset. I had to create a new identity in relation to money and success. I'm not saying you can't like literally change your identity in multiple ways at once. Like I believe anything is possible, okay? I believe absolutely anything is possible. But for me, I prefer to work on one thing at a time, and this is the main thing for me. So I had to realize that the way that I was thinking about money, the way that I was speaking about money, the way that I was, most importantly, feeling about money was shaping my identity in relation to money. So I had to create a completely new identity, right? A person who speaks differently, thinks differently, and most importantly, feels differently and shows up differently. I mean, it's simple, but it's not always easy, okay? Because when you've been living your life a certain way as a certain person and you get so used to showing up that way, speaking that way, your identity becomes like locked in. Isn't it so amazing that we have the power though to change? Because when you change internally, your reality, the external, has to change, it has to follow. In order to shift your identity, you have to be consistent. Here is my, drum roll, here is my analogy that I was thinking about the other day that I wanted to talk about in this video. I love an analogy. I don't know about you, but like when I hear someone talk about analogies and manifestation, I'm just like, it's hitting. I am receiving it like so much easier. I want you to imagine that you are a baker and you come from a family of bakers and you work at the family bakery, okay? So your family have been bakers all of their lives, and then you grew up and you became a baker too, naturally. So you're working at the bakery with your family, you fit in, everything's good, everything's fine, until one day you're like, is this all there is? Like, I don't want to be a baker anymore. What else is out there? Like, this isn't fun. This isn't serving me. Like, this is boring. I want something new. So you think about it and you're like, I want to be a florist. I've never been a florist before. I don't know anything about floristry, but I'm going to be a florist. I'm going to decide this because I want this. I want a new reality in floristry. So I want you to imagine you quit your job at the baker's. Your whole family's like, what are you doing? We're bakers, we're not florists. And you're like, I don't care. I'm trying something new, okay? Just humor me. You quit your job at the baker's. You phone up the local floristry. You're like, hi, explain the situation. Do you have any jobs? They take you on as a trainee or whatever, an apprentice. I want you to imagine your first day of work at the florist's. You've been a baker all your life, okay? All you know is baking. You're about to enter a new role, a new identity. You wake up that day, you're like, I don't even know how to dress. I don't even know what a florist should wear. I don't have a uniform. Like, I'm just gonna all I have is my baker's clothes. I'm just gonna have to show up in that. You leave your house for work. You walk to work. On the way to work, you see an old friend. She's coming out of the grocery store as you are walking to work. You bump into each other. Her name is Susie. Susie says, hey, how are you? How's things? You going to work? You going to the baker's? You say, no, I'm actually a florist now. I've decided to leave the baker's and become a florist. And Susie's like, oh, and she kind of looks at you funny, like, really? You really decided to do that? But you come from a family of bakers, and you're like, I know, but I want something new. I want something different. She's like, okay, if you say so. You part ways, you go off to work. Your first day at work, you don't have a clue what you're doing, okay? Because it's your first day. You're like learning the ropes. It's all new. You're overwhelmed. You're like, did I make a mistake? No, I'm in this. I'm doing it. I said I want to be a florist. I'm doing it, okay? And if you've ever switched, not even sectors in like your career, your job, but even just working at a different place, we've all been there, right? Your first day of work, you're like, what am I doing? Even your first 2 days, your first week, your first month is kind of like, whoa, learning the ropes. Identity transformation, identity shifting is the same thing, okay? It's the same thing because you're showing up as someone you've never been before. Anyway, you wake up, second day, you go to work, same thing. You see Susie, she's coming out the store again. You bump into her. She's like, oh, you going to work today? Yeah, I'm going to work. Oh, you going to the baker's? You have to say, no, Susie, remember, I'm a florist now. I work at the florist. She's like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, you said yesterday. It's just because you've always been a baker. I forgot. You're like, no problem, Susie. See you later. You go to work. The next day, same thing. Day after that, same thing. 2 weeks later, you see her again. She says the same thing. You go into work, you say, no, Susie, I'm a florist now. Remember? Oh yeah, I forgot. You told me. Yeah, have a good day at work. Meanwhile, you're at the floristry, you're learning the ropes, you're learning what flowers go together, you're making nice arrangements, you're cutting the stems the correct way. Forgive me because I don't actually know what a florist does. I'm winging it, but I'm only assuming. You're getting really into being a florist. It's starting to feel more natural to you the more time goes on, okay? You know what to wear now. You know how to speak to the customers. You know how to do more adventurous arrangements on your own. And it just takes time, okay? I want you to imagine now that you've been a florist for, let's say a month, 2 months, 6 weeks. You leave the house, you look like a florist. You're wearing your whatever florists wear. I don't know, but you look like a florist, okay? You are seeing flowers on the way to work. You're picking them up. You're appreciating flowers. You're fully in it. You are nothing but a florist at this point. Like, that's who you are, okay? Your family are like, oh, we see that you made that decision, but you're happy, so we love that for you. You see Susie again, okay? Because you see this girl every single day. You see Susie one last time, and she says to you, oh, you're going to work? You're like, yeah. And she says, oh, at the florists, because you've been reminding her every single day. Every day you see her, and she's like, oh, you going to the baker? No, I'm a florist now. You kept telling her. You kept telling her every single day. So now she knows. There's no way she can't know, okay? Now she knows, and she sees you, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're a florist. Duh, you look like a florist. You kept telling me you were a florist. You stuck out that job as a florist. You're a florist. Moral of the story, okay? Point of the analogy. When you are consistent, when you are loyal to the new identity, when you show up every single day and you keep telling Susie, i.e., yourself, your subconscious mind, every single day that you show up and impress your subconscious mind and tell yourself, not only yourself, but when you tell the world, it has no choice but to accept it and conform and be like, oh, no, you're really who you said you were. So what else is there to say or do? Like, you've shifted, so your reality has to shift. You're walking and talking and embodying a florist every day. So what other option is there? You're a florist. It just is what it is. And as time goes on and you become more confident and really immerse yourself in that role, it's so normal to you. It becomes so normal. Like, when you get a new car and you're really excited about getting a new car, but then like a month to two, like, okay, I don't know if you guys have done this, but last time I got a new car, which was last year, I got the car, it was so nice, it was so clean, it was so shiny. I was like to my mom, I'm not eating in here. I'm not eating in this car. It's so nice, I'm not messing it up. Okay, well, tell me why a month later I was in there eating my McDonald's chips in the car, okay? Because once something, the novelty wears off and it becomes like normal for you, like, yes, I still love my car. Yes, it's still an amazing car and I probably shouldn't eat in it. But once something becomes normal, you're kind of just like, oh yeah, it's my car. Like, yeah, of course that's my car. Yeah, I own that car. Like, I am the driver of that car. Your identity becomes the same thing, whether you are working with money, success, relationships, love, health, fitness, body goals. Part of this also, in my experience, is like when you are so loyal to your identity and you keep showing up every single day, doing whatever you want to do, which makes you feel like you are in alignment with the new self. Whatever you want to do. Like, I know a lot of people do love affirming or scripting or visualizing, but you know what I think? I think the real changes are made in just like, honestly, how you show up. And it's actually more in the times where you're tested, I think. You know, in the analogy when I kept telling you that Susie was coming out every day, and it's like, you have to keep telling her and reminding her, no, Susie, I'm a florist now. No, Susie, I'm a florist now. Sometimes it's kind of like that. You're like, oh, why do I have to keep reinforcing to the world, to myself, that this is who I am? But it's so worth it. Don't you see, like, that is the journey, and that is the transformation, is actually part of the manifestation. You're not manifesting the thing, you're manifesting being the person who has the thing. That was my analogy. That was my thoughts on identity transformation, and I hope you guys really liked it. It made sense to me. I really hope it made sense to you. Yeah, but if you are if you're interested in this work, like, we're all on journeys of transforming our identities, whether we realize it or not. So I hope that you're being just kind to yourself and giving yourself grace. Like, oh my goodness, if you've shown up every day a certain type of person and you decide overnight that you're going to change, yes, quantum leaping exists, and yes, changes can happen so fast once you are like locked in. But also, life can just be lifing sometimes, so just be kind to yourself. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.